Hey, did you know that you can coach Copilot to coach you? What does it mean? It means that you can have a conversation with Copilot and you can help him to understand what you're trying to achieve and maintain a conversation that, is logical. So let me show you an example, or let me give you maybe a use case. You're in HR, you have to share documents, you want people to read those documents, you know they're not going to read them, they're long documents. But maybe a good way is, to make it fun and ask them questions about the document. Let Copilot ask those questions. Maybe you have a policy, whatever it is, where you have the same need, where you want people to learn with fun and not having to read everything, but have a little game where they can, you know, uh, be asked questions and they answer the question and you lead them through what is the good answer. Here, I'm going to take the example we had at Planet Technologies. We had to follow training, a mandatory training by Microsoft as a supplier, Microsoft supplier, on security. So the document is stored somewhere. I don't know where it is. So my CISO could share with me, the prompt that I can execute to have fun learning this document. So I made it simple, but you can see that I'm going to put the prompt. It's a very long prompt because the more information you have, the better it's going to be. But here's my prompt. Imagine I'm a new Microsoft partner and I need to be educated on the Microsoft Supplier Code of Conduct. You need to educate me. So that's what I'm asking Copilot. Educate me on this code of conduct. So first find this document, then make this fun to learn by asking me 5 questions, one at a time, with 3 possible answers. Two are false and one is right. Every time I'm right, encourage me. Every time I'm wrong, encourage me. And also suggest me in a nice and friendly way to read the document. Go to the next question and reiterate the process until you ask the 5 questions. At the end, tell me how many good answers I provided, summarize what I've learned, thank me for having taken the time. So that's my prompt. So we'll see if Copilot is going to play a game with me. So you need to be cautious with this because it's not perfect. So really, maybe you want to adjust your prompt. I've tried with 10 questions. It stopped at in the middle of it. So I said, ask me again. It kept going on, but there was no end. So you can adjust, find what's your right prompt, but let's see. Here, sure, I found the document. Okay, so now I know where the document is. Let's make this fun and interactive by going through a quiz with 5 questions. I ask you one question at a time, and you can choose 3 possible answers. Are you ready to start? Yes, I even have a suggestion. Yes, let's start. So it's good because it's giving me first the set of rules. So question, what is the purpose of Microsoft Supplier Code? So here I'm not going to read all the answers. I'm going to answer randomly. So I'm answering 2. So you could be more precise in your prompt. You can say, answer the question with A, B, C instead of one, two, three. You can decide and give more insights. Correct. My luck. Are you ready for next question? Yes. I would like not to have this, maybe so I can fine tune my prompt saying, just answer the question, tell me if I'm right or wrong, and right away ask me the next question. So I can fine tune also. Question 2. Let's take 3 now. And I might be correct again by mistake. Yeah, I'm so very right. According to Microsoft, so it tells me why. Great. Are you ready for it? Yes, I'm ready. So let's go through the 5 questions so you can see. I'm gonna try to answer a wrong answer, so I'm gonna say this one first. As you can see here, it seems there's the same pattern. There's one, two, and both one, two, one and two. So my guess is the right answer is three. And it took this pattern. So maybe in the prompt I can explain or shuffle the questions, never have the same ABC in same order, whatever the. So actually the correct answer is option three, according to Microsoft. It explains additional suppliers must implement the management. Are you? So it didn't suggest, as I said in my prompt, to suggest me to read the code of conduct, but something is missing. So you see it's not perfect. So I'm gonna ask the next question. We'll go till the end and we'll see if the end question or the end answer is what I've asked. But as you can see, it's not perfect, but it shows you that you can maintain a discussion with some context, and at the end, it's a one way, a fun way to learn, not by reading everything, but by having a little quiz on the fly, like a chatbot almost. So actually, I was wrong again, and let's say that should be the final answer. And I could, enhance my prompt saying, how many answers, right answer I had, summarize the document at the end, like, please summarize this document at the end or something. My prompt can be very different, but I just want to share, the process. So let's do this. And I think it's pretty powerful because, as you can imagine, I took this example of a quiz, but you can really maintain a conversation if you prompt well. You first prompt what is your goal and how you want this to be processed. You can, it's you just have your imagination to figure out, what you want to do and on what kind of document. But it's really powerful. Eventually, I didn't try on internet. Maybe you can find something on internet. Are you ready for the next question? So it doesn't seem to stop here. So let's keep going, not with my five questions, but apparently I'm gonna have six questions. Yeah. So it didn't stop at the limit I gave, but at least I have tons of questions on this document, so I could go on and learn more about this document. So I'm gonna say no, no is not an answer here. So yeah, I think he's not ready for that. It's interesting. Has nothing to do with what I was doing. So I broke the prompt here about not answering. So you see there's some limitations, but the fun part and the interesting part is that you can, from a prompt, you can define a process of a discussion you want to have with Copilot with some milestone. Apparently, it didn't work for all the milestones, especially when I have a wrong pattern of answer. And based on the document, you can, have a conversation with a document that is led by this process that you define, and that can be very powerful. Hope this was insightful, even if it was a little bit broken.